Now let's check today's NBA highlights. First up, are the Lakers toast? Is the Spurs' three-point prowess real? We canvass the league on 6 storylines that could define the postseason. Next, we break down every seeding possibility, plus a look at the race to secure the best odds for the number 1 pick. Also, around the NBA, no fewer than 168 players were held out of Friday's games, including reigning MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic. Meanwhile, Victor Wembanyama reached the 65-game threshold for awards eligibility with a 40-point outing that included 13 rebounds in a 139-120 win over the Mavs. Additionally, the Celtics tied the franchise and NBA record with 29 threes on their way to clinching the Eastern Conference's number 2 playoff seed in a blowout win over T. And Lakers coach J.J. Redick believes other West teams that still have their seeding to be determined prefer LA as their first-round opponent in the playoff. First up, Sixers star Joel Embiid has been discharged from a Houston hospital and is heading back to Philadelphia, with the team saying there is no set timeline. Next, Miami guard Terry Rozier, who has been on leave since October amid a sports gambling investigation, has been waived by the Heat. That's your NBA update. Stay tuned for more. Moving on to European football news. First up, follow live, Arsenal seek to go 12 points clear atop Premier League. Next, Alvaro Arbeloa said Real Madrid should have been awarded what might have been a decisive penalty in their 1-1 draw with Girona. Also, West Ham United coach Nuno Espirito Santo said his side took a big step toward Premier League survival after dropping Spurs into the Premier League. Meanwhile, Folarin Balogun scored for a 7th successive League One game and Paul Pogba returned from injury, but AS Monaco was blown out 4-1 by Paris FC on Friday. Additionally, Inter Milan have confirmed that star striker Lautaro Martinez suffered a recurring muscle injury just days after his return from a 7-week spell on. And Chelsea boss Liam Rosenior has confirmed that Enzo Fernandez has apologized for his comments about a move to Real Madrid. First up, USWND forward Sophia Wilson is getting closer to 90 minutes fit and could play in all 3 upcoming games against Japan, head coach Emma Hayes said. Next, Lion coach Paulo Fonseca said he is unhappy with Endrick's form and is demanding more from the teenage Brazil forward. That's the latest from European football. Here's the latest from the NFL. First up, Aaron Schatz uses his Base 2.0 model to project NFL career ceilings and floors for the 2026 draft class's top QBs. Next, could Jacob Rodriguez sneak into round 1? Our NFL draft experts weigh in with their newest intel. Also, the Eagles have acquired wide receiver Dontavian Wicks from the Packers for 2 draft picks, sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter. Meanwhile, The Athletic is reinvestigating the coverage of NFL reporter Diana Rossini and the nature of her relationship with Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. Additionally, the Atlanta Falcons picked up running back Bijan Robinson's 5th-year contract option Friday. And the Colts and Kenny Moore too have agreed to seek a trade to find the veteran cornerback a new team, sources told ESPN. First up, former Jets and Louisville quarterback Browning Nagel has died at age 57. Next, the San Francisco 49ers agreed to a 1-year deal with free agent cornerback Jack Jones. That's all the big NFL news for today. Time for baseball, here's the MLB update. First up, Max Muncy hit 3 home runs, including a game-winning, 2-out solo blast in the 9th inning, to rally the Dodgers past the Rangers 8-7. Next, Tigers center fielder Parker Meadows has a broken bone in his left arm and a concussion after an outfield collision with teammate Riley Green. Also, Clay Holmes left his start for the Mets against the Athletics with 1 out in the 6th inning on Friday night because of left hamstring tightness. Meanwhile, a statue has been unveiled of Hall of Famer Ichiro Suzuki at the Seattle Mariners T-Mobile Park. There was just one problem at the ceremony Friday. Additionally, Shohei Ohtani extended his on-base streak to 44 games with a 5th-inning single Friday night, breaking Ichiro Suzuki's record for a Japanese-born PLA. And Jeff McNeil made an emotional return to Citi Field following his offseason trade from the New York Mets to the Athletics. First up, Jackson Churrio's broken hand is healing, but the Brewers say he is not quite ready to swing a bat. Next, Brent Rooker was placed on the 10-day injured list by the Athletics on Friday because of an oblique strain, ending his streak of 213 consecutive games P. And that's your MLB Roundup. More sports coming up. And in combat sports news. First up, can Carlos Ulberg upset Yuri Prochaska? 3 MMA experts pick Saturday's UFC light heavyweight title fight. Next, former UFC flyweight champion breaks a tie in the ESPN P4P rankings with spectacular knockout. Also, here's a look at every weight class to determine the best of the best in UFC, PFL, and beyond. Meanwhile, former UFC fighter Darren Till has signed a multi-fight deal with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and is set to debut on May 30th at BKFC 90 Inside Beat. Additionally, Renato Moicano dominated American top team teammate Chris Duncan on Saturday, submitting him by rear naked choke in the second round of their UFC main. And a minor injury to UFC flyweight champ Joshua Van has postponed his title defense against Tatsuro Tara to UFC 328 on May 9, officials announced on Saturday. First up, Colby Covington has filed a lawsuit against UFC rival Jorge Masvidal over a 2022 attack that took place in Miami. Next, Nate Diaz said he'd prefer to challenge for the UFC's BMF title, instead of trying to kill off Conor McGregor in a blockbuster trilogy bout. That's the latest from the Octagon. Don't go anywhere.